For that tree to remove. 30 minutes for that tree to remove. Still up front, we're gonna get rid of this birch tree and that birch tree. Half hour for the one up front, and then an hour and a half to get rid of both of these. All right, we're still close to the front. This up here, we're gonna strip everything back as far as we can. I'll probably climb up there and strip it out with a pole saw. Take the whole back arm off, okay. Let's call this half an hour on this side. And this side, probably 45 minutes, an hour to get through all of this. It's pretty thick up there. And we're gonna have to take out a bunch of limbs. All right, we're at the corner right here. We're just gonna strip out the dead on that, call that 20 minutes. Yeah, that magnolia bush needs trimmed way back from the building. Luckily, that'll be like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Down to the peak of the roof.
All right, we'll take the top down, strip out the dead, call that 15 minutes. We got these two trees here. We're gonna spend 15 minutes on each of them, just trimming out the dead.
I just can't reach it.
Let's just cut that limb right here, right there. So we got this right here and this right here. I figure we're just grinding it below grade. So you figure an hour to grind out and chase these roots, stay away from the sprinkler and the sewage pipe. Grind out this area and grind out that one. Call that an hour and a half, 2 hours. Trim that one up so that people can walk underneath it. So let's make it up to halfway between the two windows so that like people can walk underneath it. And then we'll make sure that it's not touching the roof with, we'll just put a ladder up against the wall and we'll trim with the pole saw just to keep it off of the roof. And next year we're probably gonna have to top it down to the top of the window.
I'd shake it like a
Yep. Yeah, we pull it back so that the people have the window and they can actually look out their own window. That'd be good. In front of 138, you're gonna need to go up to the top and trim off the backside because it's rubbing on the roof. And then over here, we're just gonna raise all of this up so that people can walk underneath it, because this is all new growth from last year.
It's not even like this, what, 2 months ago, I thought.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is like half of an hour of just trimming this.
These trees.
And then we probably take off the lowest limb on here, just kind of strip that out.
Look how low that is.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so we were talking about an hour and a half on those to trim them up, and then we're going to talk about half of an hour on this to get it off of the roof. Another stump to grind, probably 30 minutes on that.
Single tree between the two large cedar trees in the fire lane.
And then, yeah, this one, we basically need to just trim everything back to here. We'll just climb up onto that branch right there, and we'll literally just strip out a third of this tree. Call that an hour and a half to do that. All right, so right next to that tree, let's spend 15 minutes and chip that thing, because it's dead. It's, yeah.
They die so fast, did we all just listen?
All right, 133 over here, 7 hours. We're gonna grind out that stump all the way along here, get it over off of the grass. Don't have to follow it into the dirt on that side, just getting it off the grass and chasing this stuff so the landscapers can fix it. There's already a broken pipe, so we're not worried about being gentle. We'll just have them shut off the water. We are in the park area. There's the bench. We're going to get up in there and top this back down, and then we're going to thin out the middle and remove all of the brush that's rubbing up against the balconies back there, and we're going to pull it all back to right about here. Call that an hour and a half, 2 hours of fiddling with that, and then go through here for like 15-20 minutes, removing all of these dead branches. Same with that, there's some dead up in there. 15 minutes on that. Still at the park, half hour to grind out those stumps. And over there's another one, another half hour right there. Yeah, we don't want to go chasing all of those roots because I know there's a sprinkler system in there. but we can definitely grind down the main stump. In front of 120, this tree right here, we're going to remove. Call that an hour and 15 minutes. This one, I can grind on this one, but
I'll
with
let
the
you know.
electrical right there.
Just called 811.
Yeah, we'll have to call 811 for this one. Well, all right, 15 minutes to trim out that dead. It's like a couple, 3-5 branches. Shouldn't take long.
I just get one.
Do this one as well, another 15. Let's spend half of an hour because there's some dead stuff over here and some dead stuff up here. And while you're up there, you'll probably find some dead stuff over here. This limb right here, trim it back while you're here. Like cut it back to the end of the sidewalk. That way when it breaks, it won't hurt anything. Call all that 45 minutes. So this tree right here on the corner, yeah, we're gonna go up in there and spend about 30-45 minutes just trimming all the way to the top. There's a ton of little dead stuff in there. That limb that's sticking out right there, just chop that thing off. Yeah, that'll take 5 minutes to take out those 2 little dead limbs. And there's some more right there on the lower part of the canopy. Take out those 2 dead limbs. So 15 minutes for both trees if you park in between them. Corner of the property, trim this one out, and then well, I guess we actually should put some more effort into this. So we need to raise this canopy up, this canopy back, and trim out that. So yeah.
So what about the roadside?
That's half an hour. All right, let's spend an hour walking down every tree along the sidewalk. We're gonna raise the entire sidewalk up to a minimum of 9 feet. Yep, just the pole saw. All right, we're at the corner of the building 201-101. Up there, there's storm damage. There's a broken limb hanging, and there's another limb that's snapped in half. You're gonna have to climb up the tree, out onto there, cut both of those, and flip them down onto the ground.
Oh yeah, look at this dead guy.
So,
Leave that.
1 hour, we're going to high climb up. We're gonna strip out this back to the fork and clean up this center section. And then we're gonna go up to the 3 up there. One of those branches is broken. We're gonna take that one out and probably the one below it out, just to open this section up and get it away from the building. And we'll clean up what else we're there. That's like an hour. And then we got that stump right there, hour and a half. This stump right here, hour and a half. All right, I'm not sure where we're at. We're on the last section, really. Across here, this cedar tree, we're gonna take an hour and we're gonna strip up all of the dead off of here. Probably raise it up about 10-15 feet so it's getting full sun again. That'll be fine for 1 more year. All right, we're still walking along the back of the property. We got this dead hanger right here. We'll strip out some of this. We'll trim that back there. I'm gonna need to get on the roof, the pole saw, and trim back everything I can up there to get it like 3 or 4 feet away from the edge. Let's call that 2 hours. Take 15 minutes, trim that thing out. Trim this limb off.
That's kind of a growth spurt limb.
Yeah, it is. That one's actually new. It's very long. In fact, it goes all the way back to here. Get rid of that whole limb. Just take the whole thing off. It's never going to be strong. And then walk around here with a pole saw and just strip everything back. Whatever you can hit with the pole saw, just walk around here. And then we got to get up on... We gotta get up on top of this building and spend an hour and a half trimming out that whole corner. In fact, you know what we should do, Dave? We should just top the dang thing. We gotta top it below roof level. Yeah, let's top it below roof level. That way we can actually keep trimming it from the porch from then on. So yeah, it's just too big. We let it go too far. Yeah.
It's too close to the building.
Yeah, so yeah.